I can't break free. So I'll try, but just can't get it out. The silent scream. Is my audio working? Okay, it is. It should be working. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. Hello, hello. My tummy hurts today. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. Hello, hello. Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over. And hello, Stabby, how you doing? Are you streaming today? Everything. I know time's supposed to heal you, but I haven't done much healing. Hello. Should we sing Adele today? Like a lot of Adele? I actually really like Adele. Hello. Can you hear me? All right. So today, should we start with choosing our outfit? Because I have not done it. Like, I have not done it. We only have to the 15th. So basically, that's the 14th. Which reminds me of Alan. Ooh! Which is going to be a commerce day. So we can do it then, or we can do it now. Actually, I'm going to do it now so that I don't forget. Well, I don't know. I keep telling myself I'm going to, like, do it off camera. Like, I'm going to, like, go in and check. Well, let's just do it now. Let's just do it now. We'll just do a run through of the stuff I liked and stuff I didn't. Like, I don't like this, not really. Oops, oops. Not feeling it, not really. This is kind of cute. What animation is this? So ignore the color. We're ignoring the, oh, I have this actually. I actually know that animation. This is really cute, but I feel like I might have this. Do I have this? What is this called? Everyday activewear. I might have the non-special version, but let me check. Everyday. I don't even have the special. Wow, I don't even have the not special. I mean, I liked it. I liked it. Everyday active. Ooh, 9 million. That is a doozy. That is a doozy. 9 million. That is wild. Like, I would not pay 9 million for that. Like, I'm so sorry. I would not pay that. He came back home from a Korean barbecue and sushi with a friend he paid. Nice. They say time's supposed to heal you. I have chips. But I haven't done much healing. Hello. What do you like about sushi? Do you have a favorite kind of sushi? But I haven't done much healing. Like, I like this. I just wish it wasn't so transparent. Or translucent, actually. Translucent. Do we still use the word translucent? I have never heard anybody, like, really say that. Usually when something's translucent, people call it transparent, even though it's not. I'm really not a fan of techwear. Does this count as techwear? It has a lot of pockets. I love pockets. I love pockets. I just don't like that when the fashion is pockets. You know what I mean? Like there's and then like belts and stuff. I'm not really a fan of belts. And then like look at this. There's a belt on the pocket. And you know that's just decoration. This is a hard no for me. Don't like the curve. I do like this. I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot. This one is really pretty too. The one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp sounds. I am my mother's savage daughter. I will not cut my hair. I will not lower my voice. My mother's child dances in darkness. She sings heathen songs. The light of the moon and the falling of. I kind of liked it. I need to see this in different lighting because it's like it's really bright. So there is a excessive amount of lace on here. I talked about how I like some lace. Some lace is okay, but I don't like it excessively lacy. Same with like knitwear. I'm okay with like a few knit objects, but with so many, like so much of it, it kind of gets a little bit overwhelming. I do like this. You see, this is a good example of lace. Because if this was a real item, I would assume this part, like the hem, would be actually lace. Maybe embroidery, but I feel like this is pretty cute anyway. It's a little bit like simple. It's simplistic, but it's cute. This is also lace, and this is not excessive. Like this is definitely lace. Now that I'm looking at it, like this wouldn't be embroidery, not on this mesh fabric. I'm my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's. Did I already say that my grandma would get this for me for my like graduation or something? Like this is exactly what I would expect, something like that. And hi Jessie, how you doing? So I'm actually leaning towards where are the birdie ones? This is actually pretty. Fairly pretty. I don't like this little corner cut here. This corner is annoying. I'm like getting nervous because I know I can only pick one. Kikoero daro tobila no muko kimi o materu ikozu wonderland. I don't like anything with excessive patterns. I already have that. I feel like I have this too. Dashing Prince Pirate outfit. Oh, this is kind of cute. Ooh. When it comes to traditional wear, I kind of prefer that it's like actually traditional wear. Like while I like this, I know that the reason why they had the what is it called, like the Empire waistline was specifically to cover the body, as you can see over on this side, so that you don't have that shape. So when it has like when it shows a little bit more, I feel like that goes like literally against what the outfit was designed for. It's not my cup of tea personally. I kind of like this. It's yellow. That's why I like it. I need to like move on. I need to imagine that it's black. Would I like it if it was a different color? Okay, it has a little phone. Like I like the little phone. That's cute. But I'm not sure if I like the whole alien. Oh, but I'm floating. Like that's pretty cute. Honestly, this is a contender because I'm floating and I have a phone. But I don't know if I like the alien look. Do you like the alien look? And I'm doing amazing. We might come back to this one. I have this already. This reminds me of the game Journey. I like it, but not enough to get it. Not with this little thing. Oh, this is cute. And hello, Volare. I'm doing. How are you? How are you doing? Are you having a good day? I'm picking what outfit I want. Should I write this down? I feel like I should. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open a little notepad, and I'm gonna write down which outfits I like. Oh, that's smart. I'm gonna do that actually. So we're gonna go over here. Space Cadet outfit. Space Cadet outfit. And then I like the, what is this? Prep Heart outfit. Prep Heart. And then after we pick an outfit, we'll do commerce, as we are meant to do. I am my mother's. I don't like the excessive amount of ruffles with this one. Oh, well, but the animation is cute. It's a cute animation. You finally got to code. You got my code to work. Ah, congrats. What are you making exactly? Are you making like a game? But still too much work to finish. Oh no. This is cute. I actually like this. I actually like this too. It's code to do math. Oh, interesting. Is that like your field? Like a field, like line of work? I don't like the collar on this. I also don't like the collar on this. To be honest, I'm extremely picky about collars. I don't like anything that touches my neck too much. Why can't I wear any of this? But I don't like it. You see, I don't like this kind of outfit either because there's not enough on my neck. So picky. This color is awful, by the way. I have this outfit. I feel like I should like this, but I don't. A lot of these don't have an animation. I have that. The flamenco dress. Why can't I wear a lot of this? I guess it's like male. Where are my birdie outfits? What is this? What? Music cue casual wear? What on earth? Oh, this is cute. What is this? Glamour dress? You see, I don't actually like the dress itself. Well, hold on. Let me actually put my staff on so I can see how it looks like without it. Yeah, the dress itself is not at all my style. Way too many ruffles. And the silhouette is a little bit too exaggerated for my liking. But the animation is cute. LOL, this is funny. Oh, I kind of like this chain right here. For data. Do you say data or data? Everyone says it differently. Did the order change or something? Because I really thought the birdie outfits were much earlier. So this is page 13. I wonder if I just skipped it. Like, is this one of the birdie outfits? Yes, it is. I like this one specifically. Falcon of Sunrise. So let me write that down. I like this one more than the Falcon of Sunrise outfit, but... Is the bird here too? Was this the snake one? Because I feel like there was a snake at some point. No. Do 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 do. Dreaming of the stars on high that speak to me in secret sighs. I like this one too. Everyday activewear, but that one was 9 million. I'm not paying 9 million for that. Like, period. Drifting on a breeze, only I can see and hear. I think I might actually go with the bird. I don't know why I like the bird. The bird's the word. I said the bird's the word. The bird's the word. Oh, but the Space Cadet is cute. I know this is not the Space Cadet, but it just reminded me of it. So I'm going to go back to page 13, where we were, and then look at the other outfits to see if there's anything. Because I feel like I did like just lock in right now in my mind that I am going to get the bird one. Even though I don't like the outfit itself, I don't have an animation like that. And I feel like it would make me so happy. I would have a lot of enjoyment with that. I'm not big on the swimwear. Hello! And hello, J Sizzle. Welcome in. And hello, Snuggy. Yes, we are. So, for what is she doing? Oh, she has the ribbon! I love that. Mystic that dress. This animation is fun. This outfit is it's an interesting. I rate it interesting out of 10. It's called Mystic. How you spell that? Mystic. It says it's like circle. Cirque. Cirque. I like that animation. We'll come back to that animation. Have that. It's actually shocking that I have a lot of these outfits towards the newer side. Or I just don't like some of these. So I don't know if you know Snuggy, but they're giving us a free outfit. So I'm trying to pick which one I like. Final Fantasy looks a little bit different today. I know, right? This is the new update. You didn't log in yet today? Keeping close to the path, morning sky watching over all, moving over endless mountains up so high. This reminds me of somebody. I think it reminds me of Don't Starve Together. Also mixed a little bit with Scooby-Doo. Kind of like Fred. Kind of like this. Kind of like that. What is that called? Chic outfit? Let's mark it. Chic outfit. I do feel like I would have the biggest regret if I don't buy the bird outfit. I said the bird's the word. The bird's the word. I said the bird's the word. Oh, this is fun. I like the ballet. Are you gonna do anything other than like, what is this? I don't know. Demi-plie? Moving over endless mountains up so high. Walk into the light. Your heart will see the path and you will find a way. Hey, just wait and see. Was this the snake outfit? Oh, it's many birds. LOL. I do like this. What is this called? Grand Scarlet Night Stalker. I'm also trying to take into account that I will have opportunities to buy the not animated version. It's just the animated version ones that we want to focus on for this event. Moving over and that bat is funny. I actually have this one. What do they call it now? China 7th anniversary. Oh, it's still called that. Cuz one of them, the Gyaru, I don't remember what it's called, but that wizard robe, it's not called what it used to be called. This one. No. My bad. We're painting the roses red. We're painting the roses red. Now blue or green or aquamarine. We're painting the roses red. Oh, this is cute. Oh, the witch. Scarif. This animation is not enough. Like, I need more. Work. You're just nodding. You're giggling. You're giggling. Okay. You gotta work hard to make it look easy. I have that one. That's the Porsche outfit. What's the difference between this one and this one? Oh, G15. What? What's the difference? Oops. Oops. What? What is the difference? Okay, I'm gonna focus on individual things. So like she has like a design and then a belt. A design and a belt. The mesh. Okay. The side panels? The side panels? The bottom hem, maybe? No? What on earth? Is it the back? No. What is the difference? What is the difference? It's the same outfit. Same animation. I have that outfit. I skipped all these pages by accident, but it's okay. Can't wear these anyway. Okay, so I am really leaning towards the ones that I got earlier. Like the bird outfit. I can't find the snake outfit again. But I just feel like there's something special in this Falcon of Sunrise because of the bird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up the prices of each individual item and then see if any of these are like purchasable by 30 million? Are you joking? Nah, Space Cadet. We're not doing that. Prep Heart, 9 million. Wow, these are actually kind of expensive. And then the outfit's not even there. That's just like other accessories. We have to get Falcon of Sunrise. I'm sorry. It's looking that way because they're not even on the market. Oh, wow. This is expensive too. 20 million. At least it's better than Space Cadet. This one I spelled with lowercase, so I think I have to actually type it in. Cheap outfit. 5 million? Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. We're not doing that. Grand Scarlet Night Stalker. Okay. I think we cannot buy any of those, but we're gonna get the go ahead and get the Falcon of Sunrise because that's the one that I feel like I would regret if I don't get. So then let's go ahead and then pick our like accessories because I believe we can pick this one. How do you pick it? Oh, here. You click rent. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and then select each. Oh, okay. Oh, I like the rainbow headband. There's a there's a lot less at stake with the headband because I feel like all of these are gonna be pretty cheap. I don't think anybody's gonna like overprice these. What is this? Where is it? Earring. I'm wearing now everything I hope for is at stake. Like a rolling tide, glimmering in red, like a crimson bloodshed, shimmering in red, beautiful and strange. See the colors change before my eyes. I think I already know deep in my heart what I want, and it's that original headband. I'm just peeking through just to see what options we have. But at the end of the day, I don't really use wigs like that anyway, so I don't think it's gonna matter. I would prefer the headband. Wow, cute! Beautiful and strange. See the colors change before my eyes. I felt a curse around me, a chill pierce through my body. Day and night, these ghosts are haunting, keen on. Ah, that's cute. Keen on parasitizing on me. Gradually, I see the world is covered in ink and bleaches. No colors blending in between. Help, feel my lonely heart be hand in my. I could be a cupcake. Ooh! I actually have this one, Macaron Witch. What I'm going to do is write down the names of these little rolls because I feel like they're cute and I will get these next time. Soft cake roll hat. Soft cake roll hat. And then sweet cupcake hat. Sweet cupcake hat. Oh, I want a sweet cupcake. Oh. Oh, I like the glitter, like the glimmer. I see a cold wind blowing through. I see days neither fun nor free. I see a future caused by you. I see a path not meant to be. The future should be filled with magic, dreams and wishes. This cute shaved ice bowl hat. Shaved ice bowl hat. Ah, cute. I like this. Snow bunny Nordic beanie. Snow. Is it snow bunny? Yes, snow bunny. Nordic. Ah. I see a future caused by you. I see a path not meant to be. The future should be filled with magic. I kind of want this Christmas tree hat. Dreams and wishes brought to life. I'm gonna grab this one. So the Falcon of Sunrise, this thing. Oh, and shoes are so important. Ooh, I kind of like these. Shoes are so important because whatever we choose will not only be for this outfit, but for many outfits. Because shoes can be quite kind of expensive. Do these have anything? No, they're just shoes. Because I know these are actual skates that you can skate around with that change the animation. Can I keep this midnight from getting free? If I stay into the light, I know I'll be free. And I can start to be whole, I can start to be me. But instead I am struggling with all that I see. I feel like I have all the shoes that I like. What is this? Chipmunk plush shoes? Classic Eastern shoes. Can I keep this midnight from getting free? If I stay into the light, I know I'll be. And I can start to be whole. I can start to be me. Ooh. But instead I am struggling. So I think we can wear these as long as we want, and then when the event ends, whatever you're wearing is locked in. I think that's how it works. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. What's the difference between these two? Oh. Okay, so thicker laces. That's what it is. And straighter. So some of these are like thicker and straighter and slightly lower. Okay. You see, this I can actually tell the difference between these two. Not the Porsche outfit, because what is the Porsche outfit between G15 and then the regular? I'm leaning towards like the duck shoes. I feel like those were really cute. I should have saved which page they were on. But instead I am struggling with all that I see. And these friends. So I almost always wear these actual gloves that I'm wearing right now. Like they actually don't appear right now. But the the uh, okay, I think we're actually gonna have to come back to it because I want to double check the price of the shoes before like I lock in anything, and then I also need to see what kind of gloves I have. These are funny. These are funny. What is this? They're like hands. And these friends mustn't see the midnight in me. The midnight in me. They mustn't see the midnight in me. Okay, so I'm gonna lock in this outfit. We're gonna probably get this headband. For the shoes, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna go ahead because I don't want to like miss it. And it looks like the selected rental items will be yours when the event ends. Dye information will also be retained. So, what? Hot spring duck slippers? That's crazy. Chirp shoes. I'm actually leaning maybe towards. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Do I like the duck shoes or do I like the duck slippers more? I feel like the shoes are a little bit more versatile, like a little bit. So I'm leaning towards those. And I don't really think gloves matter because I almost always wear the same ones anyway. Maybe get a different color, maybe nails. That could be something. Where is it? I don't actually see the appearance of it. They mustn't see the midnight in me. I'm just gonna go ahead and like lock in these like nails. And then I believe we can change these out whenever. Whenever, wherever, we're meant to be together. I'll be there and you'll be near. And that's the deal, my dear. Ooh. And like, let me try to rent out a different outfit. Once you've affirmed your desire to rent this, any in your possession will be retrieved. Okay, yeah. So we can switch it out. So if we do want to switch, we can. Don't worry. And then now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and hop into some commerce because that's what we came for, right? But instead I am struggling with all that I see. What just happened? And these friends mustn't see the midnight in me. The midnight in me. Ba-da-dum. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's hungry. Mm-hmm. 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 I would look into male fashion, but male fashion is always cheaper than female fashion unless it's like some hyper specific male outfit. Like the main demographic is men. Because like tech wear, that might actually have a higher male price. Or like the darkish kind of outfits, like Death Herald male is more expensive than Death Herald female. But those are very rare cases. Imagine if in that little rental window they put like Seraphic, Elemental Harmony. That would have been crazy. Imagine. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum. No, and thank you so much for the stream streak. I appreciate it. 7 days. It reminds me of Sadako from The Ring. 7 days. Woohoo! Look, he's kind of trying to spawn camp me. He really is. And I find that very disrespectful. But instead I am struggling. Oops, oops, oops. I just wanted to move that window out because I don't like anything too excessive on the screen, so I'm trying to like close everything. I like to have this one open just so I can see what kind of like spells and stuff are active because I don't like looking at this little status window because if you close this, then the icons appear over your head and I have no idea what any of those icons mean. And hello, Kiwi! Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Is anything fancy happening today? Do you have a favorite, like, silhouette when it comes to fashion? Are we fashion people? Am I the only fashion person here? That's a possibility. What kind of clothes do you like to put your characters in? What kind of clothes do you like to wear? Do you have any fabrics? I thought I saw a kid. I feel like I'm in, like, a horror game now. Because, like, where did that kid come from and go? Speaking of horror games, I actually saw, before stream, I was watching a Jay video, like, the Cub Scouts. And he had played a game called Gore in Crayons. And it looks kind of cool. It's extremely short, so I don't know if it's, like, free or anything. I probably won't play it. But it looked very nice. Oh, okay, good, good, good. But instead I am struggling. And I'm doing amazing, Abby. How are you? No one can tame the one. The sailors call the shadow. All hands. Lean left. Hard right. Hold tightly to her helm. She'll try to drown you just for flight. The first light. No one can tame the one. The sailors call the shadow. Tired of you putting pressure on me. Now I know why you couldn't breathe. You're trapped in a life that you can't leave. No, I know why you couldn't heal. Stuck in a world that you can't feel. Fall into the darkened skies. I can see the light leave your eyes. And how is my Wednesday going so far? It's going pretty good. It honestly started a little bit rocky. I'm having like a lot of like stomach pain, but it is what it is. Was reading manga? Ooh, we love to hear it. Which one are you reading? I've been trying to grind TNT. Not TNT. Oh my goodness. That changes the whole context of the sentence. But, I'm trying to grind the TFT Battle Pass, but I actually will not be able to get the last 3 pulls. But you know what? I did get the Gwen stage in the end. I could not get Crystal Rose Gwen. A little bit of a bummer, but it's okay. With medallions, I was able to purchase the stage. And you know what? That's good enough for me. Ooh. So you're saying that you don't got rhythm, but listen what you're doing right there. With a stamp in a book, you got a real nice hook. Sounds to me like you got rhythm to spare. I have no idea what you're talking about. I got as much rhythm as that chair. What happened to me is a tragedy, but I don't have to be a millionaire. Look, I got a sweet deal going on here. I got all the books that I can read. All these sweet old ladies and this carpet from the 80s. What more could a librarian need? Cause I ain't got rhythm. Said I ain't got rhythm. I ain't got rhythm. I ain't got rhythm. You know, I was just thinking about a lot of songs that I liked when I was younger, like from cartoons and stuff. And immediately, Ember was what came into my mind. Ember, you will remember. You will remember my name. It's called The Witch and the Beast. Speaking of fashion, would you love the clothing and stylization of characters? Oh, in Witch and the Beast. I have to look it up then. I'm curious. What is it about? Is it like a different take on Beauty and the Beast? Witch and the Beast. I am looking it up on my phone. Actually, we'll do that when we get on the boat. Hey dude, welcome in, Natalie. How you doing? What kind of cartoons did you grow up with? That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking a lot of like shows from animation. You will remember my name. Amber, so warm and tender. Yo, Danny Fenton, he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. It was designed to view a world unseen. He's gonna catch 'em all 'cause he's Danny Phantom. When it didn't quite work, his folks, they just quit. But Danny took a look inside of it. There was a great big flash and everything just changed. His molecules got all rearranged. When he first woke up, he realized he had snow white hair and glowing green eyes. He could walk through walls, disappear, and fly. Can I show my work with you? You're always allowed to share. However, if you're trying to sell me something, I am not buying anything. But I love to see art if you're on Twitter or Blue Sky or even Newgrounds. I just made an account over there so I can see some art. All hands. I'm even thinking about making a Krita, I think is what it's called. I could be wrong. It could be a different name. But I heard that they're new, so there's going to be a lot of artists over there. No one can tame the one the sailors call the shadow. I don't know why I'm getting surprised seeing bandits on the road. Like, yes, this is what commerce is all about. Cobalt Bandit the Ancient. Let's pay back those humans. Not really. It's more like a fantasy where you follow a pair, a girl that is cursed by a witch, and the partner that's kind of a hunter in all Gothic era. Interesting. I can see you living, but you're not alive. I can see the light leave your eyes. It's clear underneath your crooked grin. You're stuck in a life that you're living in. And I can see you living, but you're not alive. Ooh, 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 ooh. I try to make it through my life in my way. There's you. And hello, Scully, how are you? I try to make you see my side, and that's all I do. Just don't deny it, don't try to fight it, and deal with it. Just deal with it. If you were dead or still alive, I don't care. I don't care. It got all quiet for a second. And I actually feel like when I left, Philia had the best deal. Do you like mangas, comics, written media? If so, do you have any recommendations? It depends, because I always feel hesitant on recommending people things, like even with games and stuff, because we all have so many like different tastes. Like, for example, AFK Journey is a game I really like, but I do know that a lot of people will not like it because one, it's like a gacha game, and then two, there's also like the gameplay mechanics, like if I'm being so for real, are not that crazy. So like I already know that like a majority of people are going to focus on two camps. One, which is the side that I'm on, which is like the story base, like I care about the stories, the characters. And then the people on the gameplay side who are really just trying to make it to the leaderboards, be the best they can be. And I guess there's a fashion side, but that's really expensive. You gotta be a whale if you're on that side. Um, so it depends. What kind of like genre of media do you like? So when I read comics, I think the ones that I've read. So I'm on 3 different websites when it comes to comics, officially, which are Tapas, Webtoon, and Tappytoon. There's advantages and disadvantages to all of them. Like Webtoon, everything is like pretty much free. And I have one trauma story from one of those, but we're not even going to talk about that right now. But, um, most of them are free, but there's a lot of like flooding. So like I've seen like AI works on here before, and that kind of bothered me. They do have the most annoying monetization thing with their little coins and stuff. But it's a really low barrier of entry. But I've also seen like comics that take forever to update on there. Next choice is Tapas, because their paid currency you can actually get from watching ads if you watch like a ton of ads. And then also there's a decent amount of comics on there like with early access payment. So basically if you wait a long time, the next chapter is released for free. And there's like a lot of mid-range work on there. Like it's harder to get onto, I think, so not a lot of people do. There's not a lot of flooding. And Tappy Tunes is one where I'm looking for just straight quality, but everything costs money. And yes, I admit I spent a lot of money. I spent a lot. And I regret nothing, okay? I regret nothing. Time. So I think one that I always look back on and I really enjoy is The Lady's Butler. This is probably one of my favorites, and I keep going back on there. 2 minutes, wow. So that one is like my favorite web comic. I just go to it a lot because I don't know, there's just so many sweet moments, and I'm not even like a romantic person, to be honest. Um, but that's like my favorite. Yes. I'm looking at the history. There's another one that I like. I became the villain's mother, and that's another thing I have to talk about as well. There's a lot of isekais in here. Some are good, some are bad, and I've read a lot. And then let me see what my tapas history is. So I'm actually not on Tappy Tunes a lot because, it is expensive. I used to be a lot there, on there a lot more. Oh, there's this really good one. I don't remember if it's Tappy Tunes or because I actually stopped reading it, but I actually really like it. Um, oh, I hope it's still in the history. Some of these irritate me so much. Like some of these start off really good and then they just end in the most wild way and it just irritates me. Like I Shall Master This Family, I liked it, but I feel like it went a little bit too long. I would say I'm into fantasy-ish stories, love nights, magic, and so forth. I really love world building, seeing how things work in the society. You would probably like The Lady's Butler. I'm just saying, like, maybe I'm just like a diehard fan of it. I just love it. Oh no, there's this one I really, really, really liked, but I can't find it. I need to think about what the name is because I'm pretty sure this is so bad because all webtoons, I feel like a lot of them look the same. So I'm pretty sure her name was like Kretia. Um Tapas, I'm pretty sure was the thing on it. Ah, what was it called? Oh no, I forgot it. It's actually really good, but it took so long for the next season to come out that I kind of forgot about it. Let me go ahead and feed Rudo while he's here. How are you doing, Scully? And you see. So I'm actually not too big on the romance category. Like I'm even on the horror side. Like This Is Fine is actually really nice. I need to like catch up to it though. Because again, I feel like a lot of so that one, This Is Fine, is actually very popular it's on Webtoons. Even stuff like Cursed Princess Club, I actually gave it a shot, but I got tired of it after a while. Come over here, Rudolph. I need to feed you. Eat, eat. What does it like? Leave your eyes. And some of these I kept reading because I was like, surely it gets better, right? Like, surely it does. Because, like, one thing that's, like, my pet peeve in romance is when they act like they love the main character, but they don't. So, like, the main character is some character. Like, I don't know. We'll call her Bianca in this example. And Bianca is so soft. She's kind. She's a good person. And then she's in love with, I don't know, Frederick. And he's a jerk. Like, he's just terrible. And then he says he likes her, but he's, like, incredibly indirectly abusive. And I don't get it. Like, I just don't understand these appeal of these jerk characters. Not even just jerk, like, criminal. Like, criminal. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Which is why I like the Lady's Butler more, because you could tell Lancelot really liked the character, like the main character. I forgot what her name was. Her fake name is Charlotte. That's like her alias. But she had a real name. I think it's like Sunwo or something. Jerk characters. Spelling. But like, no, it will get better. 133 chapters later, sure, it will get better now. Literally, I've been that way before. And then they start out really good. I'm trying to figure out what one of those examples was, but like it had a beautiful like beginning. And then it got sponsored by Tapas, so like it got big. Their team expanded, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna get good. I was locked in, I was ready, and then it actually lost monetization. And then because of that, it cut so short. Like it cut so short, and then all of the turns like happened at once because they expected it to be longer. They expected it to be sponsored for longer, but it wasn't. So then they just like lost all of that, and then therefore they couldn't continue the series. So they just quickly wrote the last few chapters, and it was terrible. You're back. You're just doing Helldivers 2 at the moment? Nice. Enjoy. Take your time. So like I've had I've had that couple. Oh, I found it. It's called Saving My Sweetheart. So the concept of Saving My Sweetheart is that there's this character named Lucretia, and basically she's from an abusive family, but she gets betrothed to this other guy, and they hate each other, but slowly they start falling in love, and then they're happy, but then her mom, her abusive like mother, like put a curse on her and like, oh, you can't be happy, I'm gonna kill you, basically. And she's like, oh dang, that sucks. And then her family, the one that, so she married her husband, right? And then that kingdom and her first kingdom, so her married family and then her like biological family, they got into a war. And then she died, right? And then she saw her husband die, her kingdom was destroyed, and like there was just devastation. And then she woke up 7 years in the past. So that's like the concept. And then so she knows who she wants to save, and she knows that she's cursed now. So yeah, that's where it goes. I won't spoil anything, but I loved it. It's great. I woke up as the villainous's mom, something like that, whatever it's called. I became the villainous's mom. That one is basically this woman. She's reading a story, and she falls in love with not falls in love, but like she loves his character and feels like they did him dirty. Then she wakes up as his mom, and she's like, okay, I gotta fix it. And thank you so much for the redeem. I think it was candy, but I'm not 100% sure. Um, so she wakes up as his mom, and then from that point, she's like, I have to stop him from becoming a villain and dying. So that's how it goes. And then that one I really liked. The Lady's Butler. Why are there pies on your head? Oh, that's what happens when someone follows me. So thank you so much for the follow, whoever it was. I missed it. The Lady's Butler is about this character. And she's reading a story, and she falls in love with one of the characters, and then she also feels like they did him dirty. He actually ends up dying in that comic. It's like comic section. So this is an isekai story, and she falls in love with one of the characters, and she's like, dang, I hate this ending. And then she messages the author like, why did you make it this way? Then she wakes up in the story, and then she's like, okay, this is great. Like, this is amazing. I'm gonna enjoy every moment. I think it's me. Well, thank you, Jake the dog. Where's Finn the human? Where'd he go? Just kidding. And thank you, B-Cups. Welcome in. And hello, Hawk. It reminds me of Hawkeye. Do you like Hawkeye? So, yes, the lady's butler. So, Lancelot, her favorite character, is her butler. So, she's like already happy. And then she's just like there for whenever, for however long as she can in this body in her favorite story. For as long as she can. But she doesn't know. You don't know you lost him? No! Oh my gosh, it reminds me of the ending of the actual series. Imagine if he just like teleported over to Kick. That'd be crazy, right? If he didn't die, but he just went to Kick. That'd be crazy. Well, he's over in, what is that place called? Is it the land of Ooh? I forgot. Oh, did you hear? Did you hear? Cake and Fiona are getting another season. I'm in. Like, I'm in. I felt so, I was emotional, I won't lie. I was crying during the last episodes. You're back here now. Welcome in! Jesse, what was your name? I assume you went over on, which platform were you on? Were you Hawkeye? I know it's not Christmas anymore, but we're still in our Christmas outfit. I can see you living. And thank you, Voodoo Gaming. I think you're lovely. Hey, no. No. I'm trying to, because Jesse said, I think Jesse meant that they weren't on another platform. They were just on Helldivers. My bad. I'm sorry, Hawk. Do you have a favorite hero? I was Hawk. You are? You're confusing me, Jesse. I can see you living, but you're not alive. And thank you so much for the stretch. I appreciate it. So I think I read a lot more romance in manhwa and like comics and webtoons, all of that. I think I read a lot more romance than any other category. And then there's this one. This is like my webtoon horror story. I'm not even gonna get too much into it, but I actually really like the comic freaking romance. Now, I honestly, it's so good, but you know, there was a lot of like other stuff. This game looks like is it MMO? Yes, it is. So this is Mabinogi. Okay, Hawk, you're confusing me. So, yes, this is Mabinogi. It's an MMO RPG made by the company Nexon, a Korean company. And then, yes, it's about Celtic stuff. So, like, there's, like, Celtic lore. You'll see, like, Manannan, the Witch Scarab. You'll see, like, who else? I don't even know who else. Like, Rory, Tarlok. I mean, I don't even know if those people are real. But, like, literally this takes place in, like, Ireland. Like, there's Tir Connell here, Belfast. So yes, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the main story, but currently I'm not doing the storyline. In fact, I already finished the storyline. This game has been going on for years. So I've been playing for a very long time, and I'm already at the most recent chapter. It still gets a lot of updates. But I already finished this latest chapter. So we're just waiting. And I enjoy it a ton. Jake the dog. Jake the dog and Finn the human, fun that never ends, adventure time. I can't keep pushing this down any deeper. Yes, free to play. Why do I keep trying if I can't reach her? And you can find it on Steam or on the Mabinogi website because they do have their own launcher. So if you go like type Mabinogi in the search bar, then it will pop up as well. Or you can just look up on Steam as well. Why do I keep trying if I can't reach her? Every move I make is just another mistake. I wonder what it would take. Because there's a hole inside my body, like there's a hole inside my heart. It's like this feeling is gonna consume me. If I keep waiting for this thing to start, oh, I feel like I'm all gummed up inside. It's like all gummed up inside. It's like I'm all gummed up inside. You want to hear the horror story? Okay, basically, I'll just give it like the long story short. I'm pretty sure that you can also find it. So the author is named Snail Lords, and they wrote Fic and Romance. It was their first romance story and first webtoon ever. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. I really related with the main character a lot. And she didn't like romance, and I didn't like romance, and it was great. There was like horror and like psychological stuff to it, so which is why I liked it. It wasn't just a romance story, and I enjoyed it. Um, but if you actually read their other comics later on, you'll see that they actually hated freaking romance and hated writing it. So I just felt like I felt kind of like neglected as an audience member. I was like, dang, I thought like it was clear that they had only written the story because like they wanted what would do well. And obviously it worked. Like it worked. Like I can't even say anything. It worked. So I kind of feel like hurt by that offer. And then I actually also read their other two comics too. So I felt kind of sad. And then the way they handled the third comic, I also didn't like it. There was a lot of controversy. If you Google it, you can find it. I think it was called Death Rescheduled. I didn't finish it. But you can look it up. Like you can literally look up. Let me Google it. I'm sure it's there. I'm actually gonna look it up right now to see if there. Maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion, but I felt like it was wild. Um, so I'm looking up. Actually, we can look it up together on Firefox. There was a controversy there, which felt big at the time. It might not have actually been that big, but how do you spell rescheduled? Hmm. I don't know why this popped up. I don't even think that's the same webtoon. Oh, actually, I feel like I need to close this now. I don't know what's popping up in the search history. Not search history, the like search results. But yeah, I felt overall betrayed as a like I don't know, like if you had read because the first one was freaking romance. The second comic was more like a diary type thing. And I don't know, like the way they spoke of freaking romance made me sad. So yeah, and that's ultimately what ruined my experience with Death Rescheduled, along with the other thing. Um, so that's why I stopped. What are you talking about? Comics. So while I love freaking romance, I'm not sure if I can recommend it in good faith. Every move I make is just another mistake. I wonder what it would take. Because it feels like there's a hole inside my body. Like there's a hole inside my heart. It's like this feeling is gonna consume me. If I keep waiting for this thing to start, oh, I feel like I'm all gummed up inside. It's like I'm all gummed up inside. It's like I'm all gummed up inside. Oh, Flame Princess, I think you're rad. I really wanna kiss you right in front of your dad. 'Cause I think you're great, I wanna be your mate, or maybe go on a date. 'Cause it feels like there's a fire inside my body, like there's a fire inside my heart. It's like this fire is gonna consume me. If I keep waiting for this thing to start, oh, I feel like I'm all warmed up inside. It's like I'm all warmed up inside. It's like I'm all warmed up inside. It's not for everyone, that's fair. Some people avoid romance like the plague at times. To be honest, I'm one of those people. I avoid romance pretty hard. Um, it's not that I'm against it in general. I just feel like I don't like stories that are too repetitive, and I'm very picky about who the main character and lead is. I don't like it at all when they try to like disguise behavior that is problematic. Like if you show problematic behavior and you call it problematic, okay. But that's not what always happens. They like make it, and I'm not saying that it's like bad. Like if that's your interest, if you like to enjoy that in fiction, sure, pop off. But it's just not for me. Like I don't like it when they're too overly possessive. Like I know that some people really would like the yandere like experience, for example. And I like it in some cases, but when I feel like in fiction, if it's like a yandere character, everybody else knows that they're a bad character, you know? So it's like balanced, I feel. But sometimes when they have those personality traits, they like make it good. I'm not sure if like one example of a story that I hated was that so I actually really liked this series, and then this is kind of what made it awful for me. Um so it's person A, B, and C. So A and B are in a loving relationship, or at least they were, right? And C was in love with A. Okay? We'll give them names. We'll say Allison, Brian, and I'm trying to think of a C boy name. Uh Kevin. Oh, that's not a C name. Calvin. Um so Allison and Brian are the main characters of the story. They're in love and they're shown to be in a good relationship, okay? And Calvin is actually in love with Allison. Okay, so what that normally dictates is that Calvin just stays sad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be so for real. Like, or they move on or something like that. You know, like they move on with the situation. Or maybe even try to like fight for her. Like, that's an option. And I was expecting that. But what ended up happening was since Calvin and Allison were friends, he invited her over to his house. Okay, not a problem. But then Calvin like continuously like forces drinks into Allison's hands, and Allison doesn't really understand what's happening. So she just goes with it, you know, like that's her friend. He would never hurt her, right? Right? So the next thing we see is her waking up in different clothes, which is concerning, right? So now she is distraught. But what about Brian, right? And then basically then she gets home and then she tells Brian what happened, right? The logical response is Brian comforting Allison, right? Like that's a normal, healthy, that's what a healthy relationship would look like, right? That's not what happens. He like yells at her and I'm like, what the heck? This is not the kind of situation. But then she's like, Calvin is blackmailing Allison, like, oh, he doesn't know everything. You didn't tell him everything, did you? And then she's like, no, I didn't tell him everything. And then basically he's like mocking her. And I'm like, I thought you guys were friends. It was crazy. And then chapters later, Brian finally gets over it. And now he's with Allison. And that seemed to be like a healthy relationship, but it's not. It's not. They glanced over that part. And then later, you find out that Calvin actually didn't do anything. And then there's like a flashback, and then she changes her clothes herself, and it was supposed to be like, oh, hee funny, that didn't really happen. But like, why did he go out of his way to make himself seem like a terrible person? Like, it just made no sense for that comic at all. And it threw me off so much. So that's one thing I don't like. Like, if you say you love someone, behave as if you love them. If not, if you're not gonna act like that, it's not romance, it's horror. Okay? Like, I'm all fine with like crazy dynamics, but market correctly. You know, like that's a horror story, and I'm in. Like, once read one. I think it was called My Darkest Secret or something like that. Um, and then it's a horror. It was horror romance, and that's one I also didn't like, but I liked it, and then I didn't like it. So basically, there's this guy, and he's dating this girl, and they're in a happy relationship. Except we find out that he's crazy. Like, he's crazy. Like, textbook psycho. And he'll, like, kill animals that attack her. Basically, like, if a cat scratches her, that cat goes missing. So that's how... I can see why you didn't like it, right, Kiwi? Like, I was baffled. I was baffled at the execution. Not only did Calvin say he did something he didn't, Brian also, like, was so horrible to Allison. I was mind blown. But anyway, and then, oh, the way they tried to like cover it up later. Oh, actually, he didn't do anything. Then why you start all this? Why? But anyway, back to The Darkest Secret or something like that. What ended up happening, um it was so good. Basically, one of the students was so she was a high school student. They were both high school students, and basically one detective had like transferred, and he was curious about like how people would end up going missing too. So basically, anybody who hurt the main character, her boyfriend would handle it, basically. Which was like crazy, and she didn't know what was happening. Like, she was completely in the dark. Just people who bullied her, like the boss who like shortchanged her, they all went missing. Animals that like bit her or something, everybody went missing. And so the detective guy kind of like had a crush on her too, but he was like, I don't know what's going on with her, because like there's somebody who is doing stuff. So he's like investigating, and she finds out that she is in fact dating someone, and that's his first suspect. So he kind of wants to like talk to him, but he can never find him. So like the boyfriend is always elusive. And then the more like he looks into it, the more suspicious everything looks. Like, she has a contact for her boyfriend, but the boyfriend never messages her back. She'll say that her boyfriend was in places he wasn't. And he was just like, what is happening? Draw for two. What? But what ended up happening was that she had like a mental breakdown. So the entire time she thought she had a boyfriend, but she didn't. She was actually the murderer. And it was so good. It was so good. I was like on the edge of my seat, and then it pivoted to romance, and then that's what irritated me so much. Because then she got together with the detective boy, and I'm like, what? What does that have? What? In what world? Like, she needs mental help. But it was good. It was good while it was on the horror route. And how's the crazy new year? Is going great. I'm having fun. So that's why I ended up stopping reading My Darkest Secret. I felt like it could have been a little, like, if it was me, I would have handled it differently, and I would have kept more of the horror side to it, because like I feel like all at once. So eventually she realizes that she murdered all these people. Like, she realizes that eventually, and she's like, oh man, what do I do? And then like the police are after her, and then the detective helps her get away, and then that's when they have like a relationship. And I'm like, what? Personally, I don't get that. If it was me, I would have had them run away. Like, I would have had her like separate and then try to work on healing a little bit, and then he tries to use his detective skills to find her, and then they get together at the end, like a, you know, like a finale. But I would have kept it more on the horror side, where she's like trying to fight against her urges, or where she sees her boyfriend, quotation marks, and then she's like, no, you're not real. Like, I would have kept it on that side. That's what I would have done. This Is Fine is also really good though. That one is just pure horror. where everybody has like these cat heads. And yeah, you just have to read it. I don't know how to summarize it in a way that would do it justice. It's good. No one can tame the one the sailors call the shadow. So we actually have time till departure right now. So what I'm going to do is play one of these little mini games. What am I in the mood for? I think I'm in the mood for a sliding puzzle. I don't really like this one. We're actually going to exit it. And we're going to do another puzzle. They should add more puzzles. I actually like this one even less. This one. We'll do this one. To be honest, I really wanted to do the cake one. I don't know. I'm in the mood for the cake one. No one can tame the one. Is this one? Yeah, it's that one. So I have to move this piece over there. And this piece goes together with this piece. I'm pretty sure it's this piece though. So what I'm going to do is do this. Yes. And then we have to move this piece over here. Okay, that's not the corner piece. So it must be this one. Hold tightly to her helm, she'll try to drown you just for spite. You hold a sharp light, no one can tame the one. I'm trying to move them all in like order. No. I really didn't want to move this one, but I have to. We only have 1 minute. Oh, I thought that was the corner piece. Is it this one? I feel like I made the same mistake. Forced to close? What do you mean? It's still up. I mean, I'm okay with that. So this one has to be over here, and this one has to be lower. So I think what I have to do is get this one here while this one is here. So what I have to do is this one has to be here. So like make sure it's behind this one. So that means I have to move this one out of the way. So what I'm going to do is like this. No, 18 seconds. No. Okay, now they're in order. Ah, they were in order. It was literally about to be done. Sometimes authors pivot to romance because it has more reach when it comes to audience, even if it doesn't fit the history as that well. Writing romance in the story initially didn't focus on that and can feel forced later on. Right. Honestly, that's a good take, Kiwi, because I didn't even think about that for like viewer retention. I can understand that. I get that. To me, I just want it to fit. Like if it's a romance story, keep it romance and then have everyone behave as if it's a romance story. Like the reason The Lady's Butler worked for me was because one, even though the relationship, so basically the relationship was built on a lie, basically, like that's the core misunderstanding. But actually, the main character, her secret was revealed to Lancelot very early on. So she isekai'd into their world, and then she isekai'd as Lancelot's love in the novel. And then so he realized that she was different, like her personality changed. And then so he realized quickly that she was not the person whose body that belonged to. So he found out quickly, and which is why I liked it a lot more. So he already knew what the lie was, and then didn't really care. You know, like there was reasons why. And then I loved that for a romance story. Like I loved it because he knew everything. It was just about her opening up later. So good. Really recommend it if you love romance. It's probably my favorite romance. And I go to that one all the time. All the time. I don't know why I was right-clicking me to see if Rudo was hungry. Let's go ahead and then also open Wordle. Wordle! We don't have too much time for the Wordle right now because we're already kind of almost done. But I'm gonna just start it because we can always, who knows, maybe we're just gonna be that good and we're gonna be that fast. So let's go ahead and close this. And then I'm feeling like beach right now. Beach is a great word. Wow, we got so much already. I think it could be like CE. I don't think it's gonna be CE if I'm being honest. I think it's gonna be like seance. Seance? No, that doesn't even fit. It's gonna be se cello? No. Cello? Wait. It does fit, but I don't think that's gonna be it. But we can figure out the placement. No, we're not gonna do that. I don't feel like that's wise. I'm gonna do like, we're gonna just try to narrow down some more letters. I'm gonna try to switch the location of some of these letters though. So I'm thinking C is gonna be, no, it has to be the third letter. It has to be. So it has to be like, maybe? Maybe like that? Is that a name? So names don't count. Carol? Carol to narrow down some letters? See the placement of letters? Okay. Okay. So not there. So it has to be the third or the last letter. But like celiac? No, but L is not there. I thought that was going to be slick. I thought that was going to be slick, but it wasn't. And hello, impossible jump. We're already here, so I'm going to have to close this. But I feel like that's a pretty good start. The first few words we got. I feel like it's pretty good. Keeping close to the path, morning sky watching over all, moving over endless mountains up so high. Derail. Ooh, this was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to over. Can I have a croissant? 100%. If I had one, I would give it to you. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still. Can I see it? I don't have one, but I would if I could. Unless you mean the cake, I can show you cake if you want cake, though. Now these points of data make a beautiful line. And we're out of data, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I don't have a croissant. Jump? I don't have one. I wish I did, though. I have cookies if you want to see a cookie. Ooh. Oh! The bear. Alright, let me see. Oh, yeah. Here. Let me see if I can point at it. I think the tracker doesn't actually go that far. But there, go ahead and grab it. Right there, for you. Cup of cake. Did I say that? Cup. Ooh, Do you see me in the distance? Can you hear me plead assistance? Take my weapons, beauty's daughter. Bless them in your sacred water. Have you seen Free Run? I've watched a couple of episodes, but I could not get into it. You see, for me, I like things that are extremely, like, action-packed. I love action. Or, like, more fantasy? Like, more fantastical things. Where I felt like Free Run was a lot of, like, grounded things that took place in a fantasy world, if that makes sense. Like, she's just trying to, like, understand life and what she missed out on and, like, magic and stuff. So I could not get into it. And have I watched JJK? I watched one single episode. One episode. It wasn't bad, actually. I might finish it. Well, I mean, I don't know if I would finish it, but I always give an anime at least 2 episodes. So I watched at least like 4 or 5 of Free Run, but I couldn't get into it because it's too slow for me. And it was focused more on like her understanding and worldview. You're awake now? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What about DBZ? Of course. One of the classics. That's like asking me if I've seen Sailor Moon. Of course. I've watched Crystal too. But I admit that Dragon Ball Z is the only Dragon Ball I've seen. Which is fair. Well, it's pretty fantasy based, but the focus on the story is not that. I love it though. Fair. That's what I mean. It's so hard to recommend things because everybody has such different tastes. And like, for me, I love things that are almost like outlandish, like crazy level. And for me, like the development of characters is really important. And I need action. What's Sailor Moon? You know what Sailor Moon is, Dime. Everybody knows Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. Actually, it was my mom's favorite anime. So I did grow up. Why is there a fence here? And then it disappears. What is that about? If I walk backwards, does the fence reappear? How long does it take for that fence to come back? Look, I'm so far and the fence didn't come back. Okay, I'm going to wait for it to completely get off the screen. And I'm going to wait a couple of seconds to see if it refreshes. And then I'm going to go back. Moon, Prism, Power! She's so funny. And you know, I love that they're not like too serious with the anime. Because like some characters, sometimes they do their whole like, you know how long the transformation sequences are. And then how long, what? Did I go the wrong way? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. This happened already. This happened last week. Sometimes the transformations and attacks can take a very long time. Sometimes the characters literally like sidestep. They like sidestep from the attack. They're like, girl, you took way too long. And then they're like shocked. It's funny. It makes me laugh. Oh man. And there's some scenes that are just so funny. Like, I know I talked about them before, but like Malachite and Zoisite were some of my favorite characters. Like those two were probably my favorite villains. Okay, Pararu. Pararu isn't a villain though, but his brothers were. But we're not gonna get into it. Basically Malachite and Zoisite are one of my favorite characters. And there's a scene where Sailor Mercury is fighting Malachite. And then Malachite attacks, I think, Mars? I don't remember exactly. But Mercury then yells at Malachite, "Go bleach your roots, creep." Go bleach your roots, creep? What happened? There's also a scene where Sailor Moon just like talks in a country accent for some reason. So she's like, "Oh no, Darien, what happened?" And then he says something and she's like, "It must be bad." And I'm like, what? Why did she say it like that? It's so funny. Must be bad. And then there was also, oh, shame on you, Mistrust. So there was like an episode where there was like a monster and they were attacking Sailor Moon. And then Tuxedo Mask goes in to save Sailor Moon. And so he like froze the rose, but with the dub, it has to match the mouth movements so that it makes sense. So they just crammed what he was supposed to say so that it kind of like makes sense. So what it ended up being was, it sounded like this: "Shame on you, mistrust. You ended up turning a woman against her family," and stuff like that. And it just sounded so funny. "Shame on you, mistrust." It's just like clearly the part, like it rolled over, like they just crammed everything. There was another part too where Sailor Moon and Mars are talking, and they're saying something. Let me actually see where I'm going because I don't even know. This is gonna do well. We're not in Quilla. We're not in Quilla anymore. Either Emaine or Terra. Terra is better. So I'm gonna go up to Terra. So basically they're talking, and they're talking about how one character's behavior changed. And then she's like, ever since he fell off the roof, he's been acting like a granola bar. What? What are you saying? Acting like a granola bar? So those are my favorite moments because I don't even know what they were trying to say. Like, what? He's been acting like a granola bar? Go bleach your roots, creep. Must be bad is hilarious. And hello, Brony, how are you? Those are my favorite moments in the dub, specifically. It's specifically in the Deke dub, because there's multiple dubs. There's at least 2 English dubs, because Deke had the localization rights first, and then so they did the localization, but then later on, they lost the rights, and then the second company who got the rights actually redubbed the whole thing. And hello, Michi. You don't know? Maybe, I don't know. I really like granola. It's kind of funny. I theorize that she must have forgot her lines and then just said something. Because what? And they just kept it in. But later on, the second dub that they did was actually far more serious. And I liked it far less. Personally. That might be a nostalgia thing. I think we can agree that objectively, the second dub is actually the better one. But when it comes to like just the fun I had, Deke wins. In my opinion. But what would you like to be called? I called you Michi. But if you don't want to be called Michi, please tell me what you prefer. It's just that your name looks pretty long. So let me know what you like. So that's why I like the Sailor Moon dub. And I like Crystal, but the vibes are totally different. Both are very good. Like, honestly, if I had to recommend a Sailor Moon, it depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for something serious or something funny? If you're looking for funny, Deke dub, 100%. And if you're looking for something serious, Crystal. I would completely forget about the second dub. The second dub doesn't really... For me, it doesn't do anything. Sounds good. That's what I'll call you then. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. Do you play Mabi? Mabinogi. I'm actually excited. I'm gonna take a bite out of my chips. No, you play Guild Wars too? Fair. What are some things you like about? Here. This one's for you, Kiwi. Do you see it? This one's for you. Thank you so much for the bonk. I appreciate it. Hey, you bonked me? No, I'm not gonna give you my chip if you bonk me. No, I'm taking it back. I snatched it. You can't bonk me and have a chip. Darn it. Brilliant ad-lib. Granted, translators are too bad at their job to add actual humor to the translations anymore. I feel like they could, they just don't. And I wouldn't even mind if they were serious with the dubs. To me, like, it could go either way. I just want you to remain true to what you're doing. You know, like, I'm sure Duel Masters was not as goofy as it was in the original. I'm pretty sure that Duel Masters would have been more serious. It just tried to stand out in a different way in the English market. And I'm okay with that. Same with, like, 4Kids. I know that a lot of people be clowning on 4Kids, but I actually feel like they did pretty good. All things considered. The floor is kind of giving me, like nausea. Did you guys feel that too for a second? I feel like at this angle, it's kind of like tripping me up. At this angle, on this specific texture. And if you do the funny approach, please do that all the way through. And if you do the serious approach, please be as accurate to the original as possible. For me, it's like the original, like, creator's intention that matters the most. Like, that's what I prefer. So that's one thing I really like about Sailor Moon Crystal. Like, I'm not all for remakes. I'm pretty sure I've been clowning on them for a long time. But I actually feel like Crystal is pretty good because it stuck to what the creator wanted. And you can see that even in Crystal. And even though the translation is much more serious than the Deke version, it's still pretty good. Like, I still love it. In some ways, I agree, Dime. In some ways, I don't. And in some ways, I do. In the case of, like, dubs, I feel like we really did have it all. We had it all. Because, I mean, like, even though it took, like, 50 parts on YouTube, it was all there. You know what I mean? Like, episode 1, part 1. Episode 2. No, episode 1, part 1. Episode 1, part 2. Episode 1, part 3. It would be, like, 40,000, but, you know, at least some point within, like, a week, we would have fan dubs, fan subs. We'd have everything in, like, 40 parts. But, you know, it happened in the... Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. It was max, like, 12 parts. I've seen 20. I've seen some episodes be divided into 20, but that was exceedingly rare. 12 is probably the most amount, like, the most that is kind of normal. But 3 was probably the most common. But the dubs were there, the subs were there, and the subs were pretty accurate, and they would have, like, information as well. Like, oh, this line was said this way because culturally this word is, like, the same or something. You know what I mean? Like, they'd be like, oh, this word is the same as this word in Japanese. So that's why they use this pun. So they would give you, like, a little bit education. It was nice. And it was all there. I don't miss uploads being in 3 or 5 parts. Yeah, I don't miss that part either, but I do wish we had those kind of dubs again. Like, those, not dubs, but subs. Like, they were very passionate and they would, like, tell everything, and sometimes you would see, like, not offers notes, but, like, translator notes. And I felt like that was, like, really the best. Like, I felt that was the best. Now, I feel like sometimes, especially with, like, the age of AI and Crunchyroll, you saw what, and Amazon, too. Like, you saw what they did to Banana Fish. Like, that was terrible. Like, that was terrible. If you had not seen that dub, I'm thankful for you. But I was actually stunned when I heard the banana dub. Like, that was right up there with the dub of House of the Dead. But, like, worse. Like, it was wild. And Banana Fish... Dime, do you know Banana Fish? I just gotta know, because, like, that dub was terrible. They don't do translator notes anymore. It sucks. Yeah, I miss those. And then it wouldn't just be like, it wouldn't just be for fun. Sometimes it would be like for fun. Like, oh, I thought this joke was so funny. Or like, I just missed it because it would also tell you things. It would tell you things about like the culture. Like, oh, like in this interview, this person said this. So I included this. You know what I mean? Was that Banana Fish? It's an anime. And it was an anime that didn't have a dub for like a long time. So people were waiting a long time for it. And Amazon finally released a dub for it. But when they listened, it was AI. And not only was it AI, it was bad. And the sound mixing was also bad. So you could barely understand what they were saying. And then it just sounded terrible on top of it. Like, you really do have to look it up. Because I don't even think I could do it that badly if I tried. Like, it was so bad. Like, they're having an intense fight scene. Wow. Oh. Ow. Ugh. One character dies. Oh no, Skipper. Come back. Or there was one scene where there was, like... Where she was just like, go die. And she's like, how can you say that to me? And what's crazy is that, oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. It's free real estate. What do you mean? I do think it's good to learn about other cultures. In general, I think it's very helpful. I remember hearing about YouTube autodubs or something stupid. Yes, but that was YouTube, and that's terrible too. They won't even let me disable it. So if you're on my page and you go to like other languages, autodub is actually on there, and it irritates me so much because like I clicked one of my own videos one time, and it was Spanish, and then I was like, I did not say this in Spanish, and it was so crazy, and I was just like listening, and I was like, what is this? This doesn't even sound like me. Like, it doesn't sound like me. And I was just like, what? And then I realized that autodub was on, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, I gotta turn this off ASAP. Like, what is this? So then I looked at my page, and then I saw it, autodub, enable autodub, and then I turned it off, okay? So that means it's off, right? 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 I feel like that one meme from Star Wars, where Princess Leia is just like, right? But anyway, I turned that off, and then I went back to my video, and then the autodub was still there. And I was so confused because I told them not to do it. I literally told them not to do it. And they would not disable it. So on my page, it actually says that autodub is disabled. But if you click my videos or my live streams or anything, you can switch it to autodub. And I'm so upset about that. Like, let me turn it off. Like, whatever. If some creator wants to use that, that's like their prerogative. You know, do what you gotta do. Get your bag. I don't know. But for me, I don't want that. And I don't know why they're trying to force it on me. But it is what it is. I can't do anything about it, so. That's one thing I'm mad about. But that Banana Fish dub was not on YouTube. It was on Amazon Prime or something. Like, it was on Amazon Video. So, like, they did it on purpose. And then people were like, I waited, like, this long for it. And you made it in dub? Like, you made it with AI? That's crazy. I would have waited longer. So after some backlash, they did end up removing the AI dub. But, like, it was terrible. And I'm sure that some of it is circulating around on YouTube, but that was terrible. But different. I realized I don't even know where I'm going. I don't want to run into whoever. Okay, there it is. So we're going to, I mean, honestly, they're basically the same price. I'm just going to go to Vowels. Wait, no, 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 no. Yeah, I'm going to Vowels. The worst part is you just have to just live with a progressively worsening YouTube. Yeah. Honestly, that's the way it is. Like, I would love for other video platforms to pop off. Like, right now, I'm streaming to Party and Odyssey and, like, all of these places. But, like, deep inside, I know that everybody's going to stay on YouTube. Like, that's how it is. And I can't even blame anyone either. Like, it's just what we know. It's what we've done for the longest time. And it's gonna continue being profitable. It's like Disney. They're not gonna go under. They're just not. They're too big to go under. So I know it really is just gonna be worse unless there is a decent competitor. But still, YouTube is like the dominator. Like, nobody's gonna beat YouTube. Twitch can try, but like, that's just how it is right now. I mean, I love YouTube. I do. I want it to get better. And I would say I'm a positive, pretty optimistic person personally. Um, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna change. Not unless we see like some different leader. You know what I mean? Like a different big head. What do they call it? Like CEO, but you know. No, I can't see the auto dub on your videos. I want to hear the hilariously bad dub. Oh, thank goodness, Kiwi. Did they really remove it? Oh, thank goodness. Twitch is too busy kicking its own tail to challenge anything. They're trying. That's one thing I do like about Twitch. At least they're trying to do things. And not all of it is terrible. You know what I mean? Like, some of it nobody asked for. But I'd rather them do something that is kind of goofy than outright malicious. Kiwi, when you get a chance, doesn't have to be now, but when you get a chance, can you actually check my Pal World video? That's the dub. So the most recent Pal World video that I posted. Is the dub still on that one? Because maybe they put dubs on everything. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they don't delete dubs, like the auto dub, but they keep it and they don't auto dub future releases. That could be it. But the exact video I was watching was my Pal World video. And do you know what that means? Now, it's time to... Oh, wrong one. Now, it's time to... Wordle. I had to find the tab. So we... Honestly, I'm just going to try celiac anyway. Because celiac is such a good word. No, I'm not. Because I already know that C is not there. I already know that E is here. We need more words that give us more variety. So we know that A is not here or here. So A has to be like first. I don't think so. I don't think so. It has to be something like X, E, C, A. Oh. Decal? No, no L. Decap? Decap? Decap could be a word. That's not a word. Okay, never mind. What about recap? No R though. Teacup? Teacup? T. No, teacup is 6 letters. What am I thinking? Hey, Kiwi, we love to hear it. We love to hear it. We love to hear that it's disabled. We love it. Because I was convinced they were not listening to me. But I'm glad that at least when you look at it, it's not there. Um, what about women? Actually, I don't know why I thought about that because I thought welcome? No. Ooh, this is wild. Weapon? No, that's 6 letters. Um, where am I? We're a time till arrival, so we got time. We have like 3 minutes. LOL, Kiwi. Ooh, this is a hard word. Jello? Pedal? Maybe? Pedal? No L. Wow, L not being there cuts out so much, honestly. Tattle? No, tattle because L. L. Wow, L is such a powerful letter. React? No R. Decaf? Decaf? Okay, well, we got a lot of the letters. So, what does that look like? For some reason, X helps me like narrow down the letters more, like eczema. No, X. A, he, ka, what word look like? Nothing is coming to mind. Gecko? No, because the A. Jackal? Jackal? Like the little like fox thing, right? No. Oh, what the? No, but L. Ah. Okay. Vecna. Vecna. Necromancy. Mecha. Ends with Y, probably. Let's try it. So, like, Xecay. We're thinking, like, decay. Decay. Yake. Yeah. Peke. Seke. I'm wondering if JK. JK. KK. Zk. Vacay. Vacay? Vacation? Nikkei? Mekkei? People seem to have a lot of issues with YouTube decisions. As a consumer, I'm pretty happy with it right now. But maybe since I'm not a creator, maybe that angle that people don't like. My biggest complaint are shorts. Besides that, I like all the change. I think some of it is mainly on creator side. So when are we gonna hang out IRL? I think it's gonna have to be like an Iron Mouse situation. You know, like have me on a tablet. That could be cool. And hello, Jose. And I think a lot of the issues with YouTube are mainly, honestly, I like YouTube as a platform. I think it's a pretty great platform, but some of the changes that they do, like the AI moderation, I think is a problem. Pecan. Pecan. I'm willing to try. Let's actually try that. Before I switch tabs, let's try it. That honestly seems like a strong contender. Yay! You did it! You did it. Dev, you did it. Lo hicimos. We did it! Earth, wind, fire, and rain. No, you did it. I didn't do anything. We may look bad, but we don't care. To heal the earth is our desire. But I think it would be fun, Snuggy. You seem like a cool person. You might be a little bit too tall, but I think if you kneel, we could vibe. Just kidding. I would be very short compared to you now that I'm thinking about it. How big? You said you're 6'5", blue eyes? Just kidding. You're 6'2", right? YouTube app has been getting garbage over the years. Let me think, like, I don't mind shorts personally. I wish there's one thing I dislike. Some of the shorts are, I don't know, I don't think it's just my phone, but sometimes they up the brightness for some shorts and I don't like that. I don't like the ads. I think some of these ads are unbearable. And I'm not gonna pay for YouTube. I'm just not. Like, I'm not gonna buy YouTube Red. That feels ridiculous to me. Like, I'm not doing that. So I find it kind of unusable. I also don't like that they're constantly trying to implement AI in some stuff. Like, auto dubbing is ridiculous. Auto moderation, ridiculous. Um, the appeal system, ridiculous. Oh, that HDR vid with turn up the brightness up. I'm not talking about one specific video. I'm talking about multiple videos. Like, I don't know, like maybe every 1 in 20 or something, it'll just up my brightness for no reason. Or sometimes, one thing that I notice is that sometimes if I pause the video and walk off, they'll play an ad. But I pause the video. There should not be an ad when I pause the video. And I hate the stupid video card of the next video you should watch next at the end of the video. What do you mean? Sometimes I find them a little bit jarring. Like when I'm watching a music video, for example. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I know what you mean. Like, it'll be like, oh, up next is, I don't know, like you're watching a Smosh video. So the next one is like, oh, Smosh, I don't know, like the next video, but they'll put like a 5-second cooldown or something, like the autoplay. Is that what you mean? I'm running into the wall. For me personally, I don't like it when videos autoplay, so I disable autoplay anyway. I know that that might be a little bit weird, but I don't like autoplay at all. So I just like it to end at the video and then I pick whichever video I want to watch next. That's how I do it. Earth. I'm gonna cast a spell on you. You're gonna do what I want you to. Mix it up here in my little bowl. Say a few words and you'll lose control. I'm a hex girl and I'm gonna put a spell on you. Yeah, yeah. I'm a hex girl and I'm gonna put a spell on you. It's not that. Autoplay is another garbage feature as well. I think we agree on that part, Dime. Do you mean like when a YouTuber is like, oh, watch my next video, it's up here in the corner or something like that? Do you mean like that? I'm gonna put a spell on all of you. That's fine. I don't know what you mean. That, and I hate this stupid video card. Maybe I'm not YouTube enough. I don't have this visceral reaction to most things. I'm opinionated sometimes about the most random things. Like when they changed the YouTube logo, like the YouTube loading bar to be kind of pink at the end, that irritated me. Like I know it's not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. but for me, I was just like, nah, enough. YouTube is red, not pink. It's really not that big of a deal, but it bothered me for some reason. But for me, I find autodub very insulting. Like I find it so irritating. So I get bothered by that. And I'm against generative AI as a whole. So them putting it on my video by force is kind of crazy to me. And especially for like beauty creators, like I watch a lot of beauty creators who review makeup and stuff, but I cannot trust the video if there's a filter on it. And like the beauty creators are like, I don't know why this filter appears on my video, but like YouTube did like an upscaling thing, so I can't really change it because it's on their side and not mine. So like it's really rough if you're like a beauty creator because you can't really do reviews fully. Oh shoot. Whatever. It's fine. It's still in the positive. And then also if you lose um so largely I'm fine with YouTube. Like largely as a platform I'm fine. But there are just changes that I feel like ruin things. Like the unnecessary amount of ads, and like when I pause a video there shouldn't be an ad. Like I just don't know. It's so irritating. It only happens if you're watching. I don't think it happens when you're watching videos on PC. Like an end card. I have to watch on my phone. Like now I need to check. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Time, but I think I'm gonna watch YouTube on my phone at some point and see what happens. And see if I notice some sort of like end card thing. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This should make a good afternoon song. You know what song they do have though? Good morning. Good morning. We dance the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you. I'm actually gonna raid to Stashtastic. I actually really love Stashtastic. I think they're just like a sweet dude. So we will be raiding out to Stash. Thank you so much for joining me. Actually, let me make sure I de-summon my pet. Let me make sure I de-summon my pet. Okay. I don't think my pet is here. Oh, and we did solve the Wordle. Okay, good, good, good. Oof, what time? Take care, yes. Have a good night or morning. See you guys next time. Love you guys and stay sweet. Bye.